Jelly Roll explains how he found peace after rethinking his addictions to alcohol and cocaine. When Jelly Roll picks up the phone, he's in the middle of a police escort on his way to Genesee County Jail in Flint, Michigan, where he plans to perform music for the convicts. The soulful Save Me singer, 39, has had numerous run-ins with the authorities throughout his life, going to jail 40 times for various drug counts. He was only 14 when he was detained for the first time. Fast forward more than 20 years later, Jelly, born Jason DeFord, is enjoying the whirlwind success this year has brought him. He scored 3 country hits, dropped the smash album Whitsitt Chapel and won New Artist of the Year at the CMA Awards. And now, Jelly has even scored 2 Grammy nominations, including one for Best New Artist. Still, the reformed family man wasn't always on the straight and narrow path. Before he could pursue and lean into country music fame, Jelly had to clean up his act, and that meant re-examining his relationship with some challenging vices. I had to learn that you could drink alcohol without doing cocaine. It took me a long time to learn that, he tells People. I've never said that, but that's real. There was a long time where I just assumed, when people told me they drank without doing cocaine, I was like, I thought we only drank to do cocaine. Though Jelly never went to rehab for his drug addiction, he does spend a lot of his time visiting various centers across the country where he'll bring warm meals, play some songs and do a little encouraging. He does the same at juvenile centers. I always said that if I ever got in this situation, I would do everything I could to give back, he says. The fact that just me showing up places can make people happy is such a gift, and I feel like if God gave me that gift, I should show up. Before he could start showing up for others, however, Jelly had to show up for himself first. His relationship with alcohol remained complicated as he navigated life beyond drug addiction. I thought was to make us not feel like drug addicts. Nobody wants to snort cocaine sober, then you're a drug addict. But I had to re-look at my relationship with alcohol like that. He says, I never really had a problem with alcohol, so I'll still have a cocktail, but especially this year, very seldomly. He adds, like, special night kind of stuff, like the night of the CMAs, of course we partied. But I just try to stay away from drugs. These days, Jelly's vices remain that of alcohol and marijuana, but he indulges carefully. He says, and he's cognizant of his behavior. I've never talked about this in interviews, but because I do drink and smoke weed, I will attend meetings occasionally. If I'm really struggling with thinking of my behavioral pattern, I'll go to a meeting, he shares. Out of an abundance of respect for the people who really got off the drugs completely, and the alcohol and the weed, I don't necessarily claim to be a part of the program, because I respect their work and I would never want to diminish it with some of my actions, but A has done a lot for me.